Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. I am going to start a series on my channel, something to do with liner. I think it's going to be for the love of liner. I am not very well versed with liner, but I'm going to try. I think it's one of those things that's definitely gaining popularity, not only because of Euphoria, but I think pastels are really having a moment, not only because we're in spring, but pastels and really sharp lines are something that you're just seeing a lot, either on Instagram or through fashion, whatever, whatnot. So I kind of want to challenge myself yet again to do something I don't often do. So you can tell, hopefully, that I kind of have most of my base makeup on. I do not have blush or highlight, and I've primed my eyes with just Milani eyeshadow primer to get my base self kind of ready. I normally don't do my base first. I usually do my eyeshadow first, but because this is going to be a very minimalistic eyeshadow look, heavy on liner, I thought let's get most of the work done because I would do liner after I do my base anyways. So I should have planned and gotten myself a bigger mirror, but oh well, I'll use a tiny mirror. So I want to just build up a very light shadow base. I'm first going to go into this Kessie color within the Magic palette by Juvia's Place, which is a fantastic palette. You can see this color is well loved by me because I have hit pan. But these shades are all stunning. It's one of my favorite palettes by Juvia's Place, but I do adore all of them. So I'm going to take that color, which is very close to my skin tone, and just kind of all over the lid place it. Once I find myself a nice fluffy brush. Got it. So take this Kessie color and put her kind of all over the lid. I'll probably start in the transition, but then I'll kind of blend everywhere around my eye. So here, a little bit in the transition, move her up under the brow. I did put my micro pencil in my brows already, so they do have their pigment, and then I'll bring down just right to my lash line as well, and just kind of a light dusting, which you could hopefully, I'm not sure if it'll pick it up, but you can definitely see this eye has a little less of discoloration and just the veininess of not having shadow on it. But this is why I want to put a little bit of shadow. That's my skin color, just so that we kind of cancel out some of the discoloration. You could also use like a paint pot or something like a concealer and do it that way as well. And don't mind me if I'm sweating. I feel like it's happening again. It's not as hot here as it was a few days ago, but it's still warm in here. I'll try not to complain as much this time. I'll try. Okay, back in again on this other eye. Again, under the brow and down to the lash line. So just a very light wash of this color all over the lid. And then I'm just going to go in with one other color to slightly, very, very slightly build up on the kind of crease transition area, just to gain a little bit of depth. One of my favorite matte palettes that I own, and it's a little bit broken. She got a little shattered. Not really sure how, but she has been loved. As you can see, lots of pan action here as well. This color was very similar to my skin color, which is why it's practically gone. I have no idea how this color seemed to have ended up here, but whatever. I'll probably use a little bit of this shade, which looks to be my daily latte, but I don't even drink coffee. But this color is just a hair darker than the Kessie color, so just a little shade darker, which will help bring in just a slight bit of dimension into that crease transition area. But you'll see I'll be very kind of nonchalant about where I place the color, just because it's not that dark of a shade, so it's not going to make a really large impact, but it definitely will add just a hair bit of shadow right in that area, which I personally want. So that's about it for shadow. I think I want. I might put a little bit underneath my eye as well. So we'll go with the Kessie color and just blend it out I got myself a little bit of a crease under my eye from not fantastic blending skills from moi. I did set my under eye concealer, but you know, we human, it happens, and it's just makeup. Okay, so we can always go back and add a little more depth if we want to, but I think I want to really make the liner the star of this eye look. So I bought this matte signature liquid liner, and I got it in this lovely, what do they call it? Burgundy color, so dark reddish. I don't know how much that will translate, but we will certainly try. I honestly don't remember how much this was. I think it was about $10, but I really don't know. I have never used this liner before. I normally stick to a black liner. Sometimes I've done, I think maybe I had a brown liquid liner, but I don't often use color liners. So I'm excited to just see what kind of pigment she has. I guess I could read instructions, or if they say anything important. Waterproof, intense color payoff, no smudge. All day wear, grip zone, which this has quite a large grip zone, which is I guess what they're talking about, and glide the precision felt tip along the lash line from the outer to the inner corner of the eye. Press lightly for thin, vivid lines, or harder for thicker, bolder looks. Okay, yeah, that's pretty straightforward on how to apply some liner. So let's twist her open, if I can get it open. Jeepers. Oof, got it. Okay, so let's see what we're working with. Definitely can see red. Yeah, that is definitely a burgundy shade. I'm excited to see how it looks, how it works out. Now, my idea in my mind of how I want this liner to look is one thing. If I can actually execute it, will be another. So I don't know how much I'll be able to actually speak through this, but I think I want to do just kind of a thin line straight going out, and then another one kind of going up. But I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I'll do, I don't know. I have no plan. At least I felt like I had a plan. I think I wanted to have something very sharp and defined and then go back in like it was a hollow almost looking, but now I'm thinking I kind of maybe want to do something above. I don't know. We'll see how the first line goes on the bottom and see what happens from there. All right. So I am tapping off whatever excess is there just because there does seem to be quite a lot of product on the little felt tip area. And I'm going to start probably more in the middle of my eye and then work towards the center because that's where the most product is first going to be laid, is where I press the liner down. So if I go right in the middle, I can kind of test to see how strong and how much liner is actually on the felt tip. And this is actually a really cool color. I'm very, very impressed with the pigment. Right now, it's quite shiny. It did say matte from my understanding, so it'll be also interesting to see if it indeed is a matte liner. All right, so we did just one very, very thin line, and I will copy that on to the other eye. Okay, so I did the liner. Now I really just have to make my choice on what I'm actually doing. If I go out and back in, or if I definitely want to go out, but then I think I might go up. I don't know, something drastic, something I've never done, you know? Now, I do want to plan where my angle of my liner, like a winged liner, will be. I always shoot, let me put that down, the liner. I always shoot my liner to go towards the edge of my brow. So just about here. My brow doesn't probably extend out far enough for the like brow guidelines, if you will, because they say to kind of shape your brow, you want your brow to be about here, where the inner part of your corner is. Then as you look straight ahead, you want the arch to be about here, kind of like a lineup of your nose through the outer part of your iris. And then that should be about the highest point of your brow. And then out on the outer part of your eye and part of your nose here connected through is about where you want the end of your brow to be. I think it's all kind of relative on what you like and what you like to do, but I think that is a pretty standard way of how just natural brows and, you know, people's faces are normally shaped. So while using that technique, I want to also bring the liner out to be there. It makes me wonder if I should use like tape or something to help the line, but I guess I could always just use concealer to help really sharpen the line. So let me try freehand, but maybe I will regret that choice. We will see. But I'm gonna try just going out for a pretty drastic line, probably out far onto where I can almost see some brow hairs that probably should be, you know, trimmed up or removed from the line. Okay, and then I think I either want to take it up and in, or I'll take it across that way, but then it's, I felt like I didn't want to fill it in, so then do I just bring it in to there? I don't know. We'll have to play with it and see, and I'll probably have to build it up a little bit, but I think I'm gonna go on the other side and do this side. It really does go on very, very nice, and it really isn't bleeding too much, which is a great sign. So I definitely think this line will be thickened up. I just want to keep it as thin as I can for now, because obviously you can add, it's going to be a lot harder to take away. And I just have to kind of imagine what I want to do with this line, because I'm still really unsure. Because either I'm going to take it up kind of around and have it come here, but I think maybe if I bring it across, I just don't know exactly where I want to put it. So I'll probably think about it for a minute and fast forward you through my thought process. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go for it and go up where I'm a little afraid to go, but we'll try it and see what happens. I'm just gonna follow my natural eye shape up. Do notice it did kind of, the amount of liner on there is dried up, so I just want to put it in the brush and shake it, and there we go. Definitely more product. I'm obviously using a lot more liner than probably most people would on one go. And then I think that thickness I also need to bring into that outer area as well. Or the outer line, I mean. This one connecting out needs to be thicker. I like it. So I think I'll probably end up thickening a little bit more on the outer part of this and bring in just thickness kind of throughout there. But now the really hard part is going to be trying to get it even on the other side. So this will definitely take some concentration, but I will be back. Oof, that one ended up so much thicker than the other one. Amazing. Okay, cool. That's all right. We'll go back. We'll make it happen. Again, it is just makeup at the end of the day. Sorry if you're not able to see me. I'm hunching over like Notre Dame has no business. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know why I'm so warm. I'm trying so hard, concentrating. How silly. All right, I'm gonna add some thickness to this line connecting in. Yeah, I still definitely prefer this eye. Did much better with beginner's luck, maybe, you know? All right, so with that, I want to now build up this a little bit here and build that in to be a bit more of a wing. So eye is giving me almost like Scorpio vibes or something. It's like a big scorpion tail. I do have to say I really like this formula because it doesn't clump up at all, and it doesn't take away the other liner that you've already placed down, which is really nice. Now, I think I also want to bring my corner tear duct down and kind of add, I think this needs to come down a little bit too on both eyes, meaning the outer part of the liner. All right. Oh, I am sweating. Oh, so I think I'm going to add a thin line going from here to here. It's hard because the liner brush doesn't hold product super well at the bottom very tip, and that's what I need to try to be as precise as possible. Oops, just like that. I just did like a ball, which is not what I wanted at all. Now, it's, I think, bringing down this V area, and then do I do anything under the lash? I don't know. We will see. Oh, isn't this a joy? Boy, I really am hot. I said I wasn't gonna complain. Here I am complaining. Sorry. All right, it's funny because I can feel it definitely like hardening the liner. So I want to take it down. You can see the marks on my foundation from having to hold the eye in. Now see, I wanted this to be sharper. Oops. Oh, all right, let's see what we can do with this other eye. See, I wanted to do something like this on this eye, but then this happened. So if only I could have put this chunk over here with that littler line, I would have had my perfect eye. Oh well. So then it makes me wonder, do I get some makeup remover and remove that? I think so. I think it will look better. Let me go grab a makeup wipe. Oh. This is a good lesson to learn. Oftentimes you do things, they don't work out, and that's okay. You learn from them. Mistakes make you better, as long as you learn from them. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of powder on. All right, fair enough for now. It will do. Nice, that's better. Still a little bit heavier on the top. So I think I'll go in on this side just slightly. I think I still preferred how thin that other, like my first attempt went, but that's okay. This look still is reading, which I enjoy. So I think if I had like a red liner inner rim color, that would look really cool. So let me see if I have like a red. It doesn't look to be like I do. I do have like a shimmery couple colors. I could try a nude if this nude is creamy enough. Let's see. It might work. Let's see. I think mascara, as always, will help. Even if I had lashes, well, I do have fake lashes, I'm just not a fake lash kind of girl. Never have been, probably never will be, just like my lips. Never really been a big lip girl. I just really enjoy putting on eye stuff. So I'm really gonna let that all sit and set and be one before I go in with the devil that is the eye curling, what is this called? Eyelash curler? Help. Yes, the eyelash curler, just because I don't want any of it to transfer off onto here, and I'm not sure if people know what I'm talking about, but I feel like you do if that's happened to you. So I think it will look pretty cool with mascara. If I had a maroon mascara, that would be everything. I think that really would top the look and make the look really special and very cool. I'm a little sad that I didn't put on like a upper brow highlight before I put the liner on, but I think I'm gonna try to put on this one from my very dirty but much loved Naked Basics little palette. Look at how much pan, so much pan, but this beautiful shade called Venus is a really light, more of like a satin kind of shimmer. I'm just gonna take a very, very small amount of it and put it up above where there's just a little bit of room above the liner area, and there really isn't even much. I also think it would look kind of cool in the tear duct area, so I'm just gonna pop a little bit there as well. Which looks pretty cool against the liner as a backdrop. So I think I'm now going to try to curl and hope that none of the liner comes off. Keep the liner on, please. Let's see. All right, let's add some mascara. Again, with my favorite right now, some Lash Paradise. I use waterproof because my lashes point all the way down. Mascara helps. It's amazing how it always helps. So back in with that nude liner. Ooh, the graphic look is pretty dope. I look like an alien. Beam me up. All right. So let's finish up the look. I'm going to open up my mirror over here, or just kind of have one on this side. So I want a blush that will play nicely. I thought I brought over a blush palette. Maybe it's in here. Hold. Pause. It is in here. Whoopsies. So I want a blush that will play nicely with this maroon funness, but I feel like I can't go super bold, but maybe I should go bold a little bit. So we'll start light and see what happens. So I'm gonna go into this fetching. This came out quite a few years ago. I got this as a Christmas present from my sister-in-law, who has fantastic taste in all things makeup. Smile, add some right on to the cheek. Pretty. Really does help brighten up the face and liven you up. Maybe it was a bit heavy. Go across the nose, kind of help even it all out. And then I'm going to use my beauty blender and blend over it as well, just because it looks a little heavy. But I do think it's needed for such a heavy look on the eye. Then I'm going to go into this highlighter from Makeup Geek. I used this last time, but I think it will look really pretty with this look as well. Just a little bit you need. Put it on the highest points of the cheek. Bring it down. Really pretty. Again, beam me up. I am ready. I basically look like I belong on Venus, and I'm about it. Truly. All right. So now I kind of feel like a dark lip might look pretty cool with this. Whether I own one that matches this, I don't know. But we could definitely see something like that might look okay. I do have something that's a bit more deep, but I know it won't show up that color. This is just kind of a tint. This is really pretty though. This is Clinique's Black Honey. Let me see if I have any deep. See, I have something like that, but I just, me and my lips, man, I don't know why. I don't know if it scares me or if it's just I don't like how it really looks. It's just never been my favorite thing. No, absolutely not. I think I'm gonna try this and just see what it looks like. If I don't like it, I'll just wipe it off. And I actually think it looks pretty. Helps bring out a little bit more rosiness and red in my lip, which I think does slightly complement the eye, but is very similar to my normal lip because I often just put on like a gloss. I guess I could try something a little deeper of a gloss as well on top. Ooh, man, this is a fantastic scent. Bare Minerals, Marvelous Moxie. Okay, she feeling it. Looks pretty cool. All right, so after that excruciatingly long and painful thing, I think we got ourselves a look. I do think I'm ready to go to Venus or Mars or wherever, but I'm really into it. I think it's fun, I think it's different, and it definitely was maybe not harder than I thought, but it definitely took longer than I thought, and I think it turned out pretty cool though. I don't know if I could really go to the store like this. Nah, I probably would go to the store like this. I mean, I live in LA after all. Who really cares? I mean, you know. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry for the long pauses and all the awkward silence, but hopefully you won't hear much of that anyway because I'll just fast forward through it all. Thank you so much for being here. First episode of this series. I think I want to go and try like really bright liners next. I just have to order some online. I also would love to get the blue of this, and then we can work on doing a really fine like dainty line as well. All right, thank you again. Hope you have a great day. Bye guys.